Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's freezing here in Vermont, and I'm sure it is elsewhere. I had a small technical difficulty in that my camera got moved, so I'm just gonna come right up nice and close and smile at you and turn the camera a little bit more this way. Hi. Oops. Oh boy. You got this. You got this. Totally crooked now. All right. Let's try that. Hopefully that's working. Come back and take a peek. Not much better on that direction. Still smiling. I can make this work. No kidding. Doesn't want to stay there. All right, we're going to stick with this. My name is Karen, coming to you from Salt and Sand Studios. Maybe a little bit warped from my camera, surprise camera move, but we are here together. Today is about the feet. So important. And sometimes we forget to pay attention to them. We're in a knee down lunge and one of them is sickling, the back foot is sickling inward or outward and the front foot is at an angle. We want to pay attention, be aware, give ourselves the solid grounding from which we rise up. So with that, find your comfortable seat, long spine. Hopefully you have your heat on. If you want to start the music, if you're playing music, feel free to do that now. Hands can be stacked in your lap or palms up on your thighs or palms down. Chin a little tucked, and we find the breath. It's been a couple of weeks since having a live session, so I'm really glad to be here. I'd be really glad to be here anyway. I breathe in calm. I breathe out tension. Breathing in calm. Breathe out tension. In for calm. Exhale, release. Add your ujjayi, a little constriction at the back of the throat. It doesn't make you choke, but it just creates this little sort of ocean sound, feeling like you're maybe fogging a mirror on the breath out. Breathe in, calm. Breathe out, release. Return to a natural breath. Drop your hands by your sides. Let the palms face up. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Breath in. Pressing them behind you. Release them. Breath out. Really breathe out the mouth. Just let it fall or be forced away from the mouth. Breathe in. Shrug. Shoulders behind. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Release. One more time. Arms out and up. Breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Consider something today you're grateful for. For me, it is heat. Might be a being or a behavior or an emotion or something else. Let's celebrate that. Let's surround ourselves with that for which we are grateful. Maybe with that feeling of warmth in the heart. We'll use an om to do so. You could make it silent or you could make it vocal. We'll take a cleansing breath first. Deep breath in, full, full, full. Open your mouth, let it go. This time with om. Place your hands behind you, maybe on your fingertips, but your fingers are facing your body. Go ahead and step your feet onto the earth or whatever the ground is, substrate is that you have. Lift onto your heels. Feel what that feels like. Maybe waggle the feet around a little bit. Drop the foot slowly down, all the way down like you're pressing Velcro together. Then lift your heels up. You might need to scoot your feet a little closer to you. Waggle your heels around. And then slowly bring the whole foot down. Come onto the outer edge of your feet. Come onto the inner edge of your feet. Bring each foot all the way back to the earth. Just lift the toes up. Spread them nice and wide. And then starting with the pinky toes, bring them down to the mat or the ground one at a time. Draw the soles of your feet together and the knees drop away from you, left and right. Sit up nice and tall. I might look a little crooked, but I think it's because the camera is crooked, so I'm not leaning over. We're going to take the hands, the thumbs inside the arches of the feet. Spread the feet and find a little fold. My inner thighs are really tight. Your hips might be tight as well, given if you're in a cold spot, which many of us are. Rise back up, seated over your hips. Take your hands outside your knees and press the knees upward. Spread the feet pretty wide, but drop the knees together and bring the hands behind you once again. We're going to take a little torso twist, drawing the knees really slowly left and right. Three rounds, so touchdown, or maybe you don't touch down on each side 3 times. Have one more round to do. We're going to find our way into a child's pose. Remember that when you are cold, so come face down, not just when you're cold. Come face down, knees wide, big toes touch, arms long in front. Child's pose, Balasana. When you are cold, you can help yourself warm up with Ujjayi breath, which is why I started the practice today with Ujjayi. That helps activate some big muscles in the belly and create warmth. And the best way you can do that is keeping the mouth closed. So when you're overheated, if you breathe out through your mouth, this is why dogs pant. If you breathe out through your mouth, that helps you cool down. If you close the mouth, that helps you heat up. Draw onto your fingertips. Lift your head a little bit and walk the hands all the way to the left. Drop your head. You can drop the palms to the earth. Notice the tops of the feet. See if you can press them a little bit more into the earth, creating a bit more of a straight connection along the ankles. Maybe the ankles don't connect, but imagine that they could. Meaning the tops of the ankle, the front of the ankles are working to connect or energizing toward the earth. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale through to center, and then walk your hands the other way. Same gig here. Check in with the tops of the feet, the front of the ankles. Press them to the earth. Big breath in. Full breath, full breath out. We crawl back to center and draw into a tabletop. Again, we check things out. Your feet should be as wide as your knees as wide as your hips. My feet like to sickle in, so I have to press them a little out left and right. Cats and cows, hula hoops with your hips, hip circles, anything that feels good to start to warm up the spine. Come onto your forearms so your wrists are right below your shoulders. I almost said ears. Not your wrists, your elbows, the other part of the body. And take some cat-cows here. See how different that feels. And then see if you can press the tops of the feet and the fronts of the ankles back toward the earth. Without looking, imagine what your feet are doing and see if you can straighten them so that the heel is pointing right to the sky. Come back to your tabletop. Draw your belly in as if you're drawing your pelvis toward your elbows, and then walk the hands forward just a couple of inches. Hands like your feet are really working to connect you to the earth, grounding you. Tuck your toes. Keep the pelvis tilted toward the front of your mat to press into your downward dog. Now, for your downward dog, your heels might not reach the ground, and that's okay. But imagine that you're working toward that, not as a destination, but maybe as a journey, as a direction. Pedal things out. Settle in. Pedal to settle. The belly is lifting up toward the spine. The pelvis is tilting a little forward. And you're working your abs and your belly lock, low belly, to draw a little bit of weight out of the hands. Rise to the tiptoes. Drop your heels over to the right. See if you can get the inner edge of the left foot onto the earth and the outer edge of the right foot. Maybe you don't. Inhale, rise back to the tiptoes. Exhale, heels to the other side. Rise back up to the tiptoes. Because we are talking about feet and working on feet today, we're going to walk the hands to the feet. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Adjusting your feet so they're parallel to the outer edges of your mat if need be. Ragdoll or some other bind or no bind. Flowing, ebbing the breath in and out. Without grasping at the mat with the toes, release your bind. Hands to your shins or thighs, halfway lift. Maybe a bend in your knees, wide collarbones. Breathe here. Exhale, forward fold. Take that 2 more times. Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Long, long spine. Sitting bones reach behind, shoulders reach toward the sitting bones. Exhale, fold. 1 more time. And breathe out for a fold. Check in with your feet. Are you grasping the mat? See if you can just place the feet on the mat. We're going to root to rise, feeling energy draw from the earth up into the feet, up the inseams of the legs. Rolling our way to stand. Head is heavy, shoulders are heavy. Hips over the knees. Shoulders over the hips. Chin parallel to the earth. Arms sweep out and up. Exhale, hands to your heart, Samastiti. Left arm forward, right arm behind you, a twist. See if you can keep your hips square, your feet glued to the earth. Gaze over the right thumb. We sweep forward, arms in front. Lock them back into your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, twist the other side. Left arm behind. Check in with your feet or your toes grasping at the mat. You want to feel all 4 corners of the feet connected to the earth. Arms forward, arms lift overhead. Exhale, swan dive or forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, feeling the inner arches of the feet lift a little away from the earth, fortifying the thighs, a little power in the glutes, arms lift up. We're going to take 1 more sun salutation A. Exhale, forward fold, at least in this spot. Half lift. Fold again. Return trip up to standing. Take your time. Exhale, hands to your heart. So you can glide your left foot to the left, coming to the ball of your foot. Cross the body with your left knee as you lift it up. Draw your left foot out to the left again. Draw the knee across the body, lift. Draw your foot to the left again. This time, we're going to bring the full foot to the earth, and we're going to see if we can lift it up to the left. Back down, up to the left. Back down, use your glutes, use your thighs, up to the left. And come to standing. Glide the right foot out. You're on the ball of the right foot, the toes are on the earth. Knee lifts and crosses the body. Ball of the foot returns to the earth to the right. Lift the knee, cross the body. Ball of the foot draws out to the right. One more time, use those glutes, use the outer thigh. Draw that foot down all the way to the earth. And then see if you can do a little lifting. 3 times. Come to standing. We're going to take a very slow meditative walk to the front of the mat. Close your eyes. Widen your fingers. Drop your chin. Toe to heel doesn't mean you have to walk in a straight line. You can keep the feet apart. Take your time and really feel the air, the texture of the mat underneath the foot. Once you reach the front of your mat, mountain pose, hands drop by your sides. Mountain's majesty with snow on top. Rock around a little on the feet. Feel their connection with the earth. Feel their power. Thank them. Have gratitude for all they do for you. Arms sweep up and out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your bum, come to the balls of your feet. The sitting bones come toward the heels. Bring your hands to your heart. Find a steady, sturdy gaze, drishti. Lift the heart away from the knees. We'll take a little twist over to the left. Hands can come outside your left thigh, or if you have crow, feel free to take that. Come back through to center. Breathe out, twist to the other side. Come back to center, hands to the earth, forward fold. Interlace your hands behind your low back. Let them maybe rest on the spine, or maybe they float away. Hands release, half lift. And a forward fold. Step back, taking your time, high plank. Make it a nice long high plank. Reach away with the heels. Straight to downward dog, lift the hips. Slowly roll forward, high plank. And lower all the way to the earth. Nose, chin, chest. Untuck your toes, feel the tops of the feet come to the earth. See if you can unsickle your feet, or if they're sticking out left and right, maybe stick them straight. A little baby back bend, a cobra. Just a little baby one. Stay here. Open up the collarbones, release the ears from the shoulders. Exhale down to the earth. Turn your head to the left or the right, pick one. Lift your hands off the mat. Press the tops of the feet to the earth so the knees lift away. Bring your forehead to the earth. Come to the other side, keeping the knees away from the earth, keeping the shoulder blades drawing together. Forehead to the earth. And maybe you lift, squeezing the belly. Little baby back bend. All the way to the earth and back to down dog, maybe through tabletop or high plank. Bend the knees, look past your hands, walk or hop to them, forward fold. Rise to standing. Someone asked me the other day why I love chair pose so much. Utkatasana, awkward pose. Maybe I love it because it's awkward. I like it because it activates so much of the body. Feel your feet. Let them create a nice, wide, sturdy foundation. Imagine you have a block between your knees. Tailbone is peeking forward. Maybe you find cactus arms that might feel better. Hands to your heart or behind you. Lift your arms overhead if they're not. Bring them to your heart. Shift onto your right foot. Lift the left knee. Step back for a crescent warrior lower body. Keep your hands at your heart. Draw that left heel away and down. Heel toe the right foot out if you're wobbly. Arms lift overhead if they're not, or you can find a cactus shape. Slowly lower the back knee to the earth. Untuck your toes. Feel what that back foot is doing and press the shoelace side into the earth. My right knee has shot forward of my right ankle, so I'm going to scoot my right foot forward. Press into the heel of the front foot and the shoelace side of the back foot. Use that power and imagine the feet are sort of tractioning together and the thighs are a little bit spinning toward one another. East to west pose, left arm forward, right arm behind. Big toe under that right foot presses to the earth. We go deeper, left hand down, right arm high. Right knee moving straight forward rather than away from the midline. Continuing to traction the feet toward one another and pressing the right big toe mound into the earth and the shoelace side of the right foot to the earth. Drop your right hand. Make sure your hips are squared up before you find Ardha Hanumanasana, your half split. Scooting that right foot forward, lifting the ball of the foot away from the earth. Now we often love to round down and force the forehead to the knee. Instead of that, why don't you move your hands back, come to your fingertops or blocks, and reach the heart sort of toward the front of the mat, but higher than the ground. I mean, it is higher than the ground, but imagine a forward motion rather than a downward motion. Breathe in, lift a little bit. Reach the heart forward. As you fold, you might work to feel the right heel kind of moving backward. Again, tractioning toward the back of the mat. And press the shoelace side of the left foot to the earth. Slowly draw the ball of the right foot down. This might feel really tight for some of us. And then float the right foot up again. We're going to scoot that right foot back to the earth. Tuck the left toes under. Come to a runner's lunge. A lunge. Lengthen your front leg and fold over it. Breathe out. Inhale, peel forward, runner's lunge. Lift the heart, lift the belly. Reach the left heel back. Draw the left knee toward the left quad. Exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale, runner's lunge one more time till we straighten and fold. Hop the back foot halfway up the mat for your pyramid pose. Draw the right thumb to the right hip crease and spin the right thigh outward. Press the outer edge of the left foot and the heel into the ground. And then press the big toe mound of the right foot into the ground. Lift up halfway, breathe in. Exhale, fold over that right leg, really working power into the back heel. Opening up, step forward, left foot meets the right. We come back to Utkatasana. Why does Karen love Utkatasana? Part of it is the name. Chair pose, Utkatasana, awkward pose. Hands to your heart. Right knee lifts toward the chest. And we step backward as long and far as we can to a crescent lower body. Orient your lower body, find your footing. Left knee over the left ankle. Right heel is not spinning outward. It's working straight toward the sky. And then find where the arms help out. Overhead, cactus, whatever works for you here. We're working the psoas on the right side, the power on the left quad, the belly. Squeeze the right glutes. Slowly lower the back knee to the earth. Untuck your toes. Same gig here. Adjust so that the left knee is directly over the left ankle. Cactus if you need it. Check in with the back foot. Feet are tractioning toward one another. East-west pose, right arm forward, left arm down, left arm behind. Find your balance. Gaze toward the left thumb. Press the front of the top of the right foot into the earth. And remember, the big toe mound energy on the left foot can help draw that left knee straight in front of you. Deepen the twist, right hand down, left arm high. And yay, into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. I say yay, you might not say yay, but it feels really good today in this cold weather. Hands move backward a little bit. Lift the heart, lift the belly, reach the heart forward, shoulders toward the hips. Breathe. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Press the ball of the left foot to the earth. Feel the top of that foot start to open up. Really work the big toe mound down if you can. And then peel the foot away again. Take that again, pressing the foot all the way to the earth. Remember, open up your collarbones, the emoji smile. Peel the foot away. You're on your heel. Traction the heel backward. Once again, ball the foot to the earth. Lift it back up. We'll make our way into our wide-legged fold. Left foot down. Right toes tuck. Press the hips high. Pelvis still, reaching a little forward. We're in a runner's lunge. A lunge, take your lunge. Not your lunch. That's after. Straighten your front leg, fold over it. Really reach that right heel downward and straight back. Inhale, peel forward, runner's lunge. Open up the collarbones. Exhale, lengthen and fold. Runner's lunge. Extend and fold. Hop the back foot halfway up the mat. Pyramid pose. You might move the right foot out to the right a little bit if your hips aren't squared up to the front of the mat. Left thumb, left hip crease. Use the hand to peel the left, to spin the left thigh outward. Reach that right heel down and back. Drop your head. Front knee can be bent if need be. You want the back leg powered up. Back leg steps up to meet the front. The foot comes with it. Inhale, float to standing. Exhale, cactus shape arms. Eagle arms, right elbow underneath the left. One wrap or two. Fortify your legs. Use your feet. Elbows lift shoulder height or higher, and the hands float a little away from the face. You're creating real estate between your shoulder blades, and almost as if the shoulder blades are lifting away from the muscle underneath. We're going to step the left leg back and open up to warrior two. You might need to change your stance. Purposely did not take a flow so that you could feel a little different on the feet. Really power up that left leg. The left foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat, and you're working the kneecap toward your quad. Tuck your tailbone, right knee over the right ankle. Feel all four corners of both feet. Gaze is over the right middle finger. I'm talking for a little bit of a longer time so you find this posture to your best ability today. Right palm flips. Reach away, reach away, reach away, and then lift the right hand, reverse. Lift the right heel from the earth, bend deeper into your right knee, and bring the heel back down. Side angle, right forearm inside the right thigh. The left bicep sweeps over the left ear. Sometimes we like to lift the left arm straight to the sky. It's really nice to have a long, long line of energy from the left pinky toe all the way to the left pinky finger. Warrior two. Hands to your hips, lengthen both legs. Spin on your right heel, facing the long edge of your mat. Toes in, heels out. Lift your arms in a V. It's that Pearl Jam, arms raised in a V. 5-pointed star. Come to cactus shape arms and then pivot on the balls of the feet to bring the heels in, dropping the tailbone, bending your knees. Goddess pose. Press into the left foot, bend the right knee farther over the right foot. Press into the right foot, bend the left knee farther over the left foot. A little shifting here, draw the shoulder blades together. Take that a few more times. Taking your time, going as low and as far as your body allows today. You might encourage it, but don't force it. Rise back up, 5-pointed star. Bring your hands to your hips. Pivot the heels out so the toes are in. Maybe your stance is a little wider than it was before. And we fold halfway down. Feel the feet. Have you reached the inner edges of the feet off the mat? Maybe you press them back down. Belly in. Exhale, drop all the way down. Maybe your hands, your fingers interlace behind your head. Perhaps you find a sway. Maybe you work into Skandasana here. Maybe you stay right here. One thing I find fun is to walk the hands forward until maybe my forearms can come to the mat. That doesn't feel like it's working today, but I'm walking the hands forward and I press the chest back toward the thighs. And then the hands can walk backward, spin the fingers to the opposite direction and walk them between your feet. Hands under your shoulders, lift halfway up. Plop your left fingertips on the mat under your nose, and then float the right arm high. So if you can keep both feet all the way on the ground, really work the power. Press the ground away to lift the hips, to press the hips toward the sky. Twist from the belly as if the navel is orbiting the spine rather than twisting from the shoulder. Exhale, right fingertips replace where the left ones are and find your twist. What were you grateful for at the beginning of your practice? Left hand down, hands draw to your hips. Rise up halfway. Draw the belly in, long spine, rise up all the way. Pivot on your left heel, find your warrior two facing the opposite direction. Arms out in a T. Gaze over the middle left finger. Squeeze your right glutes. Tilt your pelvis a little forward. Sturdy up that right leg. Use your triceps. Lift the left heel off the mat, sink down further, and then drop the left heel again. Flip your left palm. Reverse. Side angle. Feet are tractioning toward one another. Heart is opening up toward the sky. Warrior two. Lengthen your front leg. Bring your hands to your hips. You might shorten your stance a little bit. We're going to come into triangle, but we're going to do it one little step at a time. So find your feet. Middle toe, the left foot pointing straight to the back of your mat. Right foot slightly dialed in at the toes. Arms in a T. Shift the left hand forward of the left toes. As far as you can, until you can't go no more. Left hand drops, right arm lifts. Triangle. There is not a goal to touch the ground. The objective here is to open up as much on the left side as you can and on the right side. If you're gripping the mat with your toes, so you can loosen them up. And then check that you're using all four corners of your feet. Rise back up. Warrior two. Hands to your hips. Straighten your left leg and dial your toes to the left. We're going to find triangle the other way. Pivoting on the right, the ball of your right foot. Shortening your stance if need be. Shoulders over the hips, arms in a T. Reach, 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 reach. Keep reaching. And right arm down, left arm high. You might say, but Karen, we didn't do eagle arms on the other direction. Don't worry, we'll get there. Come back to your warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips and step the left foot up to meet the right. Yay, we're at the front of the mat. Arms reach overhead. Cactus shape arms. This is where it happens. Left elbow under right. Eagle arms. Elbows lift. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Draw into a chair shape, lower body. Wide-legged chair. Tuck your tailbone. And then scoot your elbows toward your navel. Rise back up. Lift up. 5-pointed star. Bring your hands together, your feet together. Bend your elbows so the fingers come to the nape of the neck or between your shoulder blades. And press your head back into the pillows that are your forearms. Clasp your hands behind your head. Open up your elbows. Shift again onto the right foot. Lift the left knee. Step into warrior one. I need to move my feet around a little bit. My balance was not so great. Draw your elbows in. Curl and round your spine. Scoop the belly in. Draw the elbows toward your hips. Rise back up. Elbows out. Step the left foot forward. Lift the right knee. Step it back, warrior one. Adjust your feet as need be. The elbows are open to start. Scoot your elbows toward one another. Scoop the belly in. Draw the elbows toward your navel. Lift back up. Hands frame your front foot. Step back, high plank. Low plank, a back bend, and child's pose. Balasana 1 or 2, your choice. We're going to take a few back bends before we come fully down to the mat. We're going to start with Anahatasana, the heart opener, inchworm pose, puppy dog, kitty cat. Call it what you may. The shape is very small animal-like. Hips right over the knees. Check your feet. Check the feet. If they're sickling in, press them outward. If they're pointing outward, see if you can straighten them out. Heels straight toward the sky. Keep the belly drawing in to start to protect the low back. Hands walk forward until the forehead, chin, or chest comes to the earth. Grumpy shoulders can be alleviated by bending the elbows outward and touching the thumb tips or the fingertips. Whatever you were grateful for at the beginning of your practice, bring that back to mind, and then maybe you add to it. What else are you grateful for? And allow that thing, whatever it is, the word, the object, the music, the smile, the being, the feeling, to settle in behind the heart. And let it melt surrounding the heart like so much Valentine's Day chocolate-covered strawberry. Now scoot the belly in. Draw the sitting bones back toward the heels, a little moment or breath in child's. And then we're going to come to seated on our heels. Please ignore the phone if you can hear it. And we are going to, I obviously did not shut off the ringer. We're going to come to kneeling, tuck the toes under. We're going to take camel in whatever form works for you. You can take full camel, half camel, no camel. Sit back down on your heels and find your shoulder blades drawing toward your toward one another. But I'm going to work on half camel. So heels of the hands to the lower back. Press your flesh down. Shift the hips forward. Lift the heart, so you're getting really long from the top of the pelvis all the way to the sternum and then again to the throat. And this might be enough for you, or you might shift the hips forward again, lift and lengthen, and then place a hand on your heel. I have my toes on the ground and float the opposite hand high. My left hand on my left heel, my right arm high. Opening up the heart, using the feet as a little prop, if you will, to support us. Right hand to your heart. Left hand to your heart, scoot the belly in, lift up. We'll take that again. Heels of the hands to the lower back. Press the flesh down. Shift hips. Lengthen and lift. Squeeze shoulder blades. And then if you're up to it, right hand to the right heel. Left arm high. Pressing the pelvis forward so you're taking the energy out of the lower back. Left hand to your heart, right hand to your heart. Scoop the belly in, rise up. Come to seated, all the way onto your mat. After a back bend, a twist is always recommended. So we will take the left leg long and place the entire right foot on the mat, at least one fist's distance from your left leg. Right hand behind, sit up tall, draw your chest toward your right knee. Drop your shoulders, breathe in. Exhale, twist over to the right. Lower that right shoulder, prevent it from being an earring. Gaze moves over to the right like you could see greater peripherally. Easy for me to say. Coming back to center, we switch to the other side. Right toes up and toward the body. Left big toe mound kissing the earth. Return to center. Left knee drops out to the left. Janu Shirshasana. Square your hips. And reach the heart forward. There's no need to get the head to the knee or the shin. And we check in with the feet. Both are activated, kind of like Barbie doll feet. And rise back up. Other side, Janu Shirshasana. Left leg lengthens. Shift your hips if need be. Heart toward the left big toe. Rise back up. Soles of the feet together. Scoot your sitting bones toward your heels. We're going to come all the way to the mat into a Supta Baddha Konasana, but we're going to start by bringing the hands behind us, fingers point toward the bottom. One at a time, elbows and forearms drop. Stay here for a moment as you lengthen, just like we did in the camel. Lengthen the torso, lift the heart, drop your head back, open up your throat chakra. We don't love to do that in the cold, so it's a nice opportunity now that we're warmed up. And then one at a time, you can move your elbows out and come all the way to the earth. A hand on the belly, a hand on the heart. Supta Baddha Konasana. Just a couple more poses before we come all the way to our lying down posture. Feet on the mat, wide hips distance, supine pigeon or supine lying down figure 4. Right ankle crosses the left knee. You might stay there, or maybe you draw the left knee in toward your left armpit, grasping either the left shin or behind the left thigh. Aim here is to draw the shoulder blades to the earth while you're opening up the right hip by using the right elbow to press the right knee away and down. Feet are activated, so pay attention, be aware. That helps protect your knees. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch that to the other side. Doesn't matter which side you started with, as long as you do both. If you're injured and you can't do both, that is okay. Shoulder blades kiss the earth. 3, 2, and 1. We'll take one final twist. Drop the soles of the feet to the earth. Scoot your hips over to the left a little bit and drop your knees to the right. You can stack or stagger. You can draw the left leg long, the top leg long. Either way, the arms flop outward in a T, so the shoulder blades move toward the earth. Preference is for the shoulder blades to be closer to or on the earth than to try and force the twist with the knees. Gaze is to the left. And move to the other side. Soles of the feet meet the earth. Hips shift over to the right. Knees drop to the left, and the gaze goes opposite. The spine returns fully to the earth, and you straighten it out as it would be naturally, normally. And find your final resting posture. That could be Supta Baddha Konasana, legs up the virtual wall or the actual wall, or the more traditional Shavasana with legs extended, arms extended. We're going to take a nice big breath in here. Only let out the mouth. No effort. No goal. It's allowing the body to be, the mind to be, the heart or spirit to be. We're going to reawaken the body with a nice big breath in, really generous. And a full breath out. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Maybe find circles with the wrists and the ankles. One at a time, the feet return to the mat, knees bend. So you can come on to one side. Consider the gratefulness you brought to mind at the beginning of your practice. And now just notice your feet. Press yourself to a comfortable seat. Palms come together at your heart. We'll close our practice with the sound of Om, a chant or silent, your choice. Breathe in deeply. Thumb knuckles connect right with the center forehead. May all beings be safe. May all beings be warm. May all beings live with compassion and find their feet. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your wonderful energy today. My name is Karen, coming to you from Salt and Sand Studios in beautiful and very cold Vermont here on February 4th. I hope you have a chance to check out other videos, to join me next week, same time live, or to practice on your own when it is convenient for you. If you have the funding, please donate on our website, and otherwise we're still here for you. Hope to see you soon and maybe live in the studio. Have a great rest of your day.